Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the critically acclaimed Brazilian film City of God, Cidade de Deus. We'll be answering the top 25 most searched questions about this powerful movie. If you enjoy insightful film analyses, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. Q1. What is the plot of City of God? City of God is a 2002 Brazilian crime drama that chronicles the rise of organized crime in the Cidade de Deus suburb of Rio de Janeiro from the 1960s to the 1980s. The story is told through the eyes of Rocket, an aspiring photographer who grows up in the neighborhood. Q2. Is City of God based on a true story? Yes, the film is based on real events and is adapted from the 1997 novel Cidade de Deus by Paulo Lins, which portrays actual occurrences in the Rio de Janeiro favela. Q3. Who directed City of God? The film was co-directed by Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund. Q4. Who are the main characters in City of God? Key characters include Rocket, Alexandra Rodriguez, Lil Zay, Leandro Firmino, Benny, Felipe Haagensen, and Knockout Ned, Soy Jorge. Q5. What awards did City of God win? The film received 4 Academy Award nominations: Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, and Best Film Editing. Q6. Where was City of God filmed? While set in the Cidade de Deus favela, the film was primarily shot in similar-looking slums like Cidade Alta due to safety concerns. Q7. What language is spoken in City of God? The film is in Portuguese, reflecting its Brazilian setting. Q8. What is the significance of the title City of God? City of God refers to the housing project in Rio de Janeiro where the story takes place. The name is ironic, given the area's association with crime and poverty. Q9. How realistic is City of God? The film is praised for its realistic portrayal of life in Rio's favelas, using non-professional actors from actual favelas to enhance authenticity. Q10. Who is the narrator of City of God? The story is narrated by Rocket, providing his perspective on the events unfolding in the favela. Q11. What themes are explored in City of God? The film delves into themes such as poverty, violence, crime, and the struggle for power within marginalized communities. Q12. How was the cast of City of God selected? Most of the cast were non-professional actors from real-life favelas chosen to bring authenticity to the film. They underwent an actor's workshop to prepare for their roles. Q13. What is the significance of the character Lil Zay? Lil Zay represents the embodiment of ruthless ambition and the impact of a violent environment on youth, rising to power through brutality. Q14. How does City of God depict the cycle of violence? The film illustrates how poverty and lack of opportunities perpetuate a cycle of violence, with younger generations continually being drawn into crime. Q15. What role does photography play in City of God? Photography serves as Rocket's means of escape from the violent environment, offering him a different perspective and a potential path out of the favela. Q16. How does City of God portray the police? The film depicts the police as corrupt and often complicit in the violence, highlighting systemic issues within law enforcement. Q17. What is the significance of the character Knockout Ned? Knockout Ned's transformation from a peaceful man to a vengeful gangster underscores the corrupting influence of the environment and the loss of innocence. Q18. How does City of God use non-linear storytelling? The film employs a non-linear narrative using flashbacks and multiple perspectives to provide a comprehensive view of the community's evolution. Q19. What impact did City of God have on Brazilian cinema? The film brought international attention to Brazilian cinema, showcasing the country's talent and the realities of favela life. Q20. Are there any sequels or related works to City of God? Yes, a spin-off television series titled City of Men was created, focusing on similar themes and also set in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro. Q21. How was City of God received by audiences and critics? The film received critical acclaim for its storytelling, direction, and performances, and it is considered a landmark in world cinema. Q22. What is the significance of the opening scene with the chicken? The opening scene symbolizes the inescapability of the violent environment, with the chicken's frantic escape mirroring the lives of the characters. Q23. How does City of God address the theme of destiny? The film explores how the characters' circumstances and environment shape their destinies, often limiting their choices and opportunities. Q24. What is the role of the runts in the film? The runts represent the next generation poised to continue the cycle of violence, highlighting the challenges in breaking free from this environment. Q25. How does City of God end? The film concludes with the death of Lil Zay at the hands of the Runts, a group of young kids who symbolize the next generation of criminals in the favela. Rocket captures photos of the crime, ultimately deciding to use them to secure a job at a newspaper, escaping the cycle of violence. Meanwhile, the Runts begin planning their own reign, reinforcing the film's message that the cycle of crime and violence continues. That wraps up our deep dive into City of God. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth film discussions. What are your thoughts on City of God? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video.